Shame.
I know. It was like just flowing too. But that's okay. Just know that your dad, I know if you're like your dad just told me, check that. So your dad welcomed your brother in.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. And your dad is like all encompassing. I can't even explain the energy I get from him. He is like, oh, this energy of protection and strength in the rock. And when your
Yeah.
brother crossed over, I feel like your brother had one foot here and one foot on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that he saw your dad while he was still here and he let go because he knew his dad was there to take him to the
Right.
other side. And um,
Oh, I'm writing this down.
yeah, that's okay. No, it's recording now. Um, and your dad is just like, I wouldn't have not been there for him through all the issues we had in the past, through everything that we did not agree on. I am still my son's father. Okay. And he openly says there were times where we were like this and did not see eye to eye, but his spirit
Yeah.
is what I'm here for.
Right.
Yeah. But your brother, he shows me he had some darkness. He had some energies that just made him give up and not see a reason to live. And that was years ago even. You know, I feel like even years
Right.
ago he just kind of gave up on life in a way that
Right.
he shouldn't have. Yeah. And you
I
are
had some stuff
totally
going on.
you're totally different than them. Like you
Okay.
are just determined and push, 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 push.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you're more like your dad, put it that way.
There's a couple things I want to write down.
Hmm. So, who died in the vehicle accident? Is it no boyfriend?
A vehicle?
Hmm.
I don't know.
I'm being shown a male who would be in your generation who died in a vehicle accident. Just hang on to that and keep that in mind because I feel like it's something that you have to kind of remember. If you can't remember it now, you'll remember it later.
Okay, so someone in a vehicle died.
Hmm.
Could it have been years and years
Absolutely.
ago?
It could have been when you were like 17.
Yeah. So there's a connection to me and someone that died in a car
Hmm.
accident.
Well, I'm a medium, so these people come through.
And
When the
what's the
doors open,
connection with him?
he makes me feel like he knew you or that he was connected to you, and the door is open. When you're a medium and you open that door, and your
Yeah.
dad comes through and your brother comes through, it's kind of like, oh, who else is going to come through?
Right.
He's just coming through. I feel like he may have been more connected to your brother, and you have known him through your brother. So just keep that in
Okay.
mind. Um, but for the most part, I have to say, your dad shows me this energy of, I've got this. I'm taking care of this. So
Okay.
it's a very nice energy with him. Um, and just a very, he gives you a lot of strength. Now, you're single,
Yes.
and it's funny because your dad's like, he's not going to call out the people he didn't like in your past, but he
He
makes
doesn't
me,
need to.
right. He just makes me feel like we're not going to go down that road, but he's still going down that road. However, know that he makes me feel like patience. Be patient, and he will bring you the right person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Is your mom going to?
Not yet.
Okay. Is there some dementia issues with her or
Oh my
critical
God.
illness?
Yeah.
Okay. Just know your dad shows me that he's very protective of your mother, and I couldn't tell if she was here or on the other side yet. So,
What do you feel in regards to
well,
that?
I feel like with the dementia, she has one foot on the other side. You know, with kind of the drugs that she's on or whatever it is. I feel very fuzzy with her. And I don't know how to explain that.
So you're not picking up anything?
With mom, I'm telling you what
Yeah.
I'm picking up.
Okay. Tell me again.
Dad shows me that he is with her. He is watching over her. her energy, when I tap into her energy, it's just very fuzzy. It feels like she feels fuzzy. She doesn't feel clear. Okay.
Yeah, which is
Right. Which is either medication or dementia to me.
Oh.
Okay. And I feel that she has one foot on the other side. I feel that faith for her and prayer and God and church and all these things are very, very important for her. And that when there's no clarity, she still has all this like faith.
right.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like, put a praying hands picture in her room, those kind of things that make her feel more secure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Picture of Jesus, whatever it is that makes her feel okay. I don't do time frames. I don't do mortality. Okay. But I can tell you that your father is with her every step of the way.
That's what I want to know.
And I can tell you that your brother couldn't have handled losing her. I just feel like he feels much more at ease being on the other side, helping her transition than her helping him transition.
Right. Well, it would have been very tough on him.
Mm-hmm.
For her, she would have forgotten. She did.
Right.
She doesn't know. I think that he's.
Well, I think that she's connected to him on the other side more than you'll ever know. Like they have a relationship on the other side because she's more connected to that world than she is this world.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And her mother, she makes me feel like her mother is very close to her. And that has a lot to do with the praying hands and the Jesus and the whole like kind of this faith and religious kind of thing.
Right.
Okay. So just know that that's where that all comes from and that she is with mom.
Okay.
And she likes music. She likes piano music.
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she needs to hear that. So.
Well, I'll tell my sister I'm on my way home. I just spent 4 or 5 days with her.
Aww.
And Mary, my sister, is going to be coming back in about a week.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll tell her to get her some piano music. And
yeah.
Some,
Well,
something.
she still has a lot of anxiety.
I wish I could go back because I would get them myself, but I can't. I have to get home.
Your dad wants you to do what you need to do. Remember, you have his strength and determination. And that is something that he shows me very strongly, that you have his character. And that you have taken care of what you could. Remember, I said you have business person energy, so you take care of things and make sure they're all in place. Oh no, don't worry, there's tissues over here.
I need them.
You want to grab them? Yeah.
I love my parents deeply. And my brother, all my family.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I just feel that it's important to know that mom has her mother, your brother, and your father all around her. All around her. Now, your father mentions a young man, like a son of somebody, like a grandson of his.
Okay.
Does somebody have like a young adult son?
There's 6 of us kids, so
Okay.
there's many grandchildren.
Let me just say, I feel like there's a young adult male who could be anywhere from 20 to 30, who's making maybe some poor choices or being secretive or just not being completely open about what's going on.
Okay.
And I feel like dad is watching over this situation and kind of tripping this kid up. So, like when he gets in the car and the car won't start because he's up to no good, that's your dad.
Okay, good. I don't know which one this would be.
Dark hair. Very dark hair. Almost black. But I feel like he's up to no good sometimes and dad's putting a stop to it.
Good.
Yeah.
That would be my dad.
And again, I know that love life is kind of like where you're like, what's going to happen in my love life? You just need to be patient. The right man will come along. Your dad makes me feel like, are you kidding me? I'm going to make sure that this is taken care of, that you are with somebody who will take care of you.
Okay.
And you just have to have faith and manifest and meditate and have rose quartz all around you and kind of just bring that loving energy to you.
Okay.
Okay. I always say rose quartz, you know, to me, this is a nice big chunk of rose quartz. And for me, I like rose quartz for kind of forgiveness and kind of letting go of old things.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for you, you've repeated kind of the same patterns in your love life,
Mm-hmm.
and it's time to change that.
So you're saying get some rose quartz?
And let go of the old stuff. Yeah. I would like a nice big chunk. If I can't love them to death, I'll knock them out with it.
So you're saying there will be someone special?
Absolutely. Your dad is making that very clear.
I've let go. I've stopped waiting for someone to
Well,
come.
don't wait. Just be. Just be.
I mean, I got to the point with dating. It was annoying me more than anything that I had to get dressed and ready and my hair done. And, you know, when I wanted to be home with my bunny slippers on and a good movie
Mhm.
and I just, so I stopped dating for a
That's
while.
good. I feel like when people do that, they get to know
I had to step
themselves.
back.
Right.
I really had to step back.
Well, you were repeating the same patterns, and you needed to kind of just look into yourself. And I always say, when you know yourself and who you are, you attract the person who is attracted to that instead of you trying to change to be with the person you're attracted to.
Yeah, I won't change.
Right.
They have to love me.
Right.
Or it would never work anyway if they didn't. So
Right.
what's the point?
Right. But
Why go through the accident? You know.
once you know yourself well enough,
Mhm.
you never have to worry about that because you won't change for other people. You'll compromise, but you won't
Exactly.
ultimately change. I mean, there's women who are like, oh, I love country music now because that's what he loves.
No.
Yeah, it's like, really, if you know yourself, you know you
I
may.
would like to find someone that loves me exactly for who I am and that I love for exactly who they are, and their faults actually make them more unique and special.
Mhm. But that's just
You know
being
what
an
I mean?
adult. Like,
Yeah.
as an adult, we know this.
I want a real, complete, true,
And I feel
over
like
the
you're gonna
top
find
love.
it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I also am being told you need to journal. You need to write. Those are painful things, I'm sure. You can journal and then burn them. I don't care, but you got to get it out of your creative centers.
Hmm.
So get working on that.
Okay.
Do you have a daughter?
I do.
Okay. How old is she?
20.
No babies yet for her.
No.
I feel like there's energy all around you with something new coming in. Your dad shows me baby girl. Yeah. How good a birth control is your daughter on?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you. I feel like she could be mommy.
Alrighty.
That's good. And that will change her in a big, big way for the better.
I hope she doesn't have one soon. I hope that
Mhm.
that waits, but you're telling me what you see, so.
Mhm. I can almost say that I feel like it's going to happen within a year.
Okie dokie.
Mhm.
What about the father?
Oh, really? You know, let me just say the first thing that my guides told me was sperm donor. You know, that they're just not going to be a father. That's why I was like, really? This is what you're going to tell me?
I want to hear.
I know.
I don't need it sugar
I
coated.
know.
I want to hear.
But that's what they told me, is that he's really not going to be that involved. She likes some bad, naughty boys, doesn't she?
No, she really doesn't.
Okay, good.
She's actually very choosy about her friends and has a group of wonderful, very loving, longtime friends. She's very particular.
And she's in a relationship now?
No.
Okay, let me just say that I don't feel that this guy, I mean, this is going to be a guy that probably.
It's going to be a fling.
Yeah, he appeals to her, but not long term. And it's hard for him to appeal to anybody long term.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Johnny Dangerous. You know? A beautiful baby.
Any baby with my daughter would be gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Any
Absolutely.
baby. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know you're in Atlanta, and I know you will never come back to Wisconsin full time.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I've been considering it.
I don't see you staying in Atlanta, but I don't see you coming north.
Really? Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you come north, it's not going to be far enough north where you get cold winters.
Okay.
Yeah. Come back in January and see how you feel about
Oh, I do. I come home.
Yeah.
I come home often.
Oh my gosh.
The winters are brutal. Oh my gosh. And I have actually considered moving back.
I don't see it. I feel like there's going to be this opportunity. Remember when I said I see you in PR, I see you in kind of like this whole, I don't want to say consultant because that's the wrong word, but almost like doing, helping these businesses kind of get their name out, or, you know, kind of getting the word out. And I feel like this could lead to some travel or some relocation.
Mm-hmm. And again, what do you feel about the business that I'm getting ready to open up?
It's good. It's just not permanent forever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It'll pay the bills. It'll be good, but it's going to lead you to something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're kind of like Dorothy right now, and you know you've met, you know, the scarecrow.
Right.
They have to lead you to somewhere else.
Right.
So,
and what do you see as far as financial and my career?
you're going to make it with this job, but it's not big money. You know, it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
What I see coming to you in a couple of years is much bigger money. It's more like commission style money. So it's like up to you. Do you want to make it big, or do you want to just live?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel pretty good about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then going back, because I kind of wanted to get this on the video so I can refer to it later. You said you see lower back pain.
I do. I see
What
it, but I don't see it as a big problem. I'm just feeling it as we're tuning in,
Right.
which could mean that, you know, you have some sciatic issues. It's more in the lower back hip. So just watch sciatic.
And then left ear issues?
I was just feeling like a fluid buildup in the left ear.
So going to see an ENT would kind of
Yeah, you'd be fine.
And then stomach issues when I'm upset.
Stomach for you, I mean, your upper chakras, as we talked about, you know, your from your heart up. So your throat, your third eye, and your crown are all so wide open, and that causes a lot of the empath issues. You know, you being too open to people at times.
Right, and picking up their energy.
Right. Which is kind of your psychic chakras.
Mm-hmm.
So you do pick up a lot, like through here and through here. You just feel things. But your stomach also gives you psychic information. So when you get like butterflies, that tells you something's good. When you get pain, it tells you something's negative. It's almost like a pendulum, you know?
Right, yes.
So you can actually use your stomach and your body to let you know when something is right. So if you're having like all this like, oh, I just don't feel good about this, you know, my stomach's so upset, then you know that's a wrong decision.
Right. But if
Yeah.
there's butterflies and excitement, then
Yeah,
go with it.
absolutely.
But the lower chakras, which are,
Yeah, you're pretty good. The stomach one would be the only one I would worry about,
mm-hmm,
but you don't need to really worry. It's doing its job.
mm-hmm,
I mean, I would learn, if I were you, I would learn how to shut your chakras down so that when you open them up, they're more in tune.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to walk around with them open all the time, or you just pick up any kind of like computer virus that's going around, So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. So, but for the most part, you're in good shape. Your dad is your knight in shining armor.
Yeah.
I mean, he is on the other side, like putting a protective armor around you, making sure that nothing happens.
What about anyone else that you see that's
On the other side. Is there an aunt who's passed? Kind of I don't know if it's an aunt or a
well, there's
coworker.
several aunts.
Yeah, I don't know. This might be a coworker or somebody that was kind of mentoring you at one point. She's very bold, very ruthless. This is not ruthless in a bad way, but she says what she thinks. She just puts it out there. I feel like she was either a boss or a worker with you at one point. And she just shows me, she just says it like it is. She doesn't mince her words. She's just, this is the way it is. And I feel like when you were about 19 or 20 or very young, that she was a part of your life and just kind of taught you how to be more confident and not to let other people walk on you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What about my grandmother? Her and I were very close.
okay. Your grandfather passed before her?
No.
He passed after. Let me just make sure I'm with the right grandma. Are you talking mom's mom?
Yes.
Okay. She is very content on the other side with her family and her people.
Mm-hmm.
She shows me holding a baby. So I don't know who lost the baby, but she makes me feel like she has the baby on the other side. So I feel very good about that. I have to tell you, she prayed. She did a lot of praying at the end of kind of everything and just letting go and saying, God's got this.
Mm-hmm.
So she's the religious one, right? Or a lot of faith.
My whole family is very, well, not very, but
Does
religious.
she have rosary beads?
No. Maybe. I don't know.
She makes me feel like there was something she held that helped her cross over.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I have a feeling, and now I'm putting this out there, so I don't know how true, that she was very much around me when she passed away, and I kind of feel like my father's taken over that position.
Oh, your dad's not going to let anybody in first. Like, he is making sure that he is a kind of spirit guide, guardian angel kind of thing for his people. He's like, nobody's ahead of me. Mm-hmm. Grandma, I just feel very much like feet up, relaxed, enjoying the blissfulness of the other side.
Right.
That she's just kind of like, oh, I've been waiting to get here. Now I'm going to enjoy it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Absolutely. No, they're all good, but your dad is the strongest and biggest contender. Your brother being able to come through, I mean, he just passed a couple months ago, right?
In June.
Yeah, and he came through loud and clear and kind of showed me his responsibility in how he lived his life and what caused his passing, and those kind of things.
Like, it's okay.
And well, it shows me he's doing the work on the other side.
Good.
That he is not just sitting there waiting for everybody else to get there. He's like facing himself and saying, this is kind of my responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel really good about that because I do feel that he was a little sluggish in that department in life.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's doing well on the other side in a very short time. He also shows me that he will come to you in dreams many, 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 many times, more than your dad.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
So he is going to be around. He is watching out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, he's working.
He's got his own work to do.
He does.
Yeah.
He does, but he's doing it. And I feel really positive about that. He also shows me that he gives you smells and he will bring people to you that you know. So it's interesting because I feel like you could be down in Atlanta doing your own thing and all of a sudden see somebody from this area and go, oh my God, what are you doing down here?
Right.
And he has a lot to do with making those connections and making sure that you meet up with those people.
Right.
So he's very much the weird coincidence kind of signs.
Right.
Your dad, however, he likes to ride with you in the car. He'll be with you all the way back. You know, there's going to be some cool things that are going to happen with that you will see actual physical signs that will say that your dad is with you.
Oh, he came to visit me yesterday,
Mhm.
and I know it.
Yeah. Absolutely. But watch like the billboards and the signs because I feel like you're going to see things that you're going to go, are you kidding? Why does that say red cardinal? You know, those kind of things. And you're going to be, oh my God.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
But he's still with your mom as well. So
I'm very worried about my mother,
I
and
totally understand why.
I wish he'd just come put his arms around her, take her home.
When the time is right, when people end up with dementia and illness like that, it is more for us to learn rather than for them. You know, they almost sacrifice their energy for us to learn a lesson.
She's really bad.
I pray for her. So he's with her, and your brother's with her. But absolutely,
Yeah.
you're okay. You're okay. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the